What is up, guys? It's your boy Torius back again with another video. Right now I'm editing, but I wanted to talk to you about your results. Right, the results are in for you. Before we talk about it, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, comment below what you think about the video. Let's get into it. So, the reason I want to make this video is because a lot of times we do things where they're boring, right? Like, there's so many boring things that we do. Like, let's say, you're going to the gym, right? And you're working out every day, and you're just like, damn, I can't see my results. Nothing's working, right? Nothing's working for you. You don't see it. But guess what? They're there, right? Like, I had this problem with me. I'm gonna talk about myself, right? I had this problem basically where it's like, I'm putting in so much work. And I'm just like, damn, I don't see any of the results. But look, how do I not see any results? My life is so different. Like, it's so crazy. It's so funny how like human beings work, right? Because I literally, I'm not in the same exact place as I was last year. Last year was September. I was at my mom's crib, not doing shit. I was broke as fuck. I was super broke, and I wasn't doing nothing. And now look at me. My 6 feet is doing. I'm doing more interviews now. I'm somewhere else. I got a new whip. And the girls. It's always about the girl. It's always about the girls, right? Because I wasn't because I always measure my success on how many girls I have, And it's funny because when I was in my mom's care, I had like a lot more girls, but so it makes me feel like, damn, am I really doing anything? Because where's the girls, right? All the advice that I've been giving out and making all these videos, and I be saying to myself, where the girls at? Where's the girls? But you know what? It's funny because I be just impatient. You feel me? The thing is, it's like because I know what works, right? And the thing is, it's like when something just like comes up, because I'm human just like you guys. I'm human just like everyone else, right? Because when we don't get our results fast enough, then we're just like, damn, like I quit, right? Then you just quit and you just go to living a stupid life. But you know what? I'm not that type of person. Like the thing is like, and I'm saying this because I don't want you to be that type of person either, right? Like I'm talking to you like I'm talking to my son, right? Because hair grows real tiny, right? Like for hair to grow, it has to take a long time, right? So hair always it takes forever. You don't watch. And I was listening to a book, Iron John, last night, right? And it's interesting. The book was explaining how like things grow and things happen when nobody's watching, right? Like the plants grow when nobody's watching. Like things grow because nobody's watching, right? And it's so funny because as humans, I feel like that's the game of life, right? Like the game of life is to want everything that everyone can watch and see, right? And now that I think about it, that's kind of how I was watching this it was on, I think it was Jubilee or like Middle Ground, right? And they were talking about college graduates versus dropouts, right? I totally forgot what the hell I was talking about. Basically they were saying that college, like, I forgot. All right, it was about how things grow when nobody's watching, right? Like our lives are basically fabricated. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Because they were having a debate, right? They're having a debate about if you should go to college or not. Because when they said like, oh, if you go to college, this and that, da. And then I realized something, because I haven't been to college in about like what, 2 years? like since before the pandemic. I stopped going to college right before the pandemic, right? Not right before, but like a year before the pandemic. And the thing is that I realized one thing that's real important about college is that it just brings you around people who think about things, and it just exposes you to more, right? Like when you're paying for, like, I think that's so stupid, right? That people will say, oh, college isn't worth the amount of money. It's not worth it if you don't use it, right? Like, you can buy a building, but guess what? If you're not using the building, as in you're not marketing it to get more people to pay to be in the building, obviously that's a stupid investment, right? Because you need to know what the hell you're doing. You need to think in the future. The thing is that the reason why people are saying that college is so expensive is because they're just letting anybody in, right? They're just letting anybody go to college. They're letting people that don't think about the future, right? They're like, oh yeah, because colleges just want to make money. So they're like, yeah, let's let everyone in, because if everyone's in, that's more money, right? But the thing is that they're letting people in that don't think about the future, so they're not understanding that what the hell they're doing, right? Like imagine the bank, like in 2008, basically. Imagine they let you buy a house and you don't have a job, right? Like they're like, yeah, here's $250,000, go buy that house, right? And guess what? You don't have a job. How the hell are you gonna pay for the house? Now you're just $250,000 in debt for no fucking reason, right? So, and the thing is like student loans you can forgive those, right? They're forgivable or whatever. So it's not even as much of a risky investment. Like you're investing in yourself, like you're investing in your education, right? Like how is there even a debate on if you should go to college or not, right? And the reason I say this is because I was upset because I stopped going to college. And I feel like I don't need to go, but I could. The thing is that being in college puts you around those people, right? It puts you around like new ideas, right? Like the thing is because I realized that for me, every day is pretty much the same, right? Like I wake up, I go to work, I work, I make videos, I come home and I work on shit, right? I just live this little life. My life is basically just a grind, right? But the thing is, I notice more and more the people that I come in contact, like it's crazy because I meet more people now than ever. But the thing is, it's like the quality of the conversations is different, right? Like, where I can explain that everything is more about what's going on, and it's less about what can go on, which means it's like, you know, people talking about, oh, look at this industry, look at this industry, look at that. Like people talk about industries, right? Like in college, that's where you're gonna find more people that talk about things about, because the thing is, you're influenced by your friends, right? That's the most important thing about college, is that college puts you around people that will force you to build a relationship with them, right? And the thing is that relationships are built by familiarity, right? The more you see somebody, the more familiar you're gonna be with them. That's why I had the most friends when I was in college, I think, right? I had a lot of friends when I was in college. You see these people every day, more and more and more, and then you're like, oh yeah, that's a dude from my science class, right? And then you become friends with this person, and guess what? They might know somebody who works in this, or they might know somebody that works in that. They might do this, they might do the work somewhere, you know. It's like it just gives you more possibility, whereas when you're in your daily life, the chances of you meeting those people are lower, right? Like the chances of you really doing something that's actually lucrative, because unless you're listening to like podcasts on YouTube or some shit or whatever, it's harder, right? It's just harder. It's easier if you go to college, because the thing is that people just don't, because people go to college for the degree, right? People say, oh, I went to college and got this useless degree. It's like, yeah, it's useless because you went for the degree. College, it's like working out for the body, like for the image of the body. Like, yeah, you worked out and you got this nice body. But guess what? If you don't know how to talk to girls, if you don't know how to keep relationships, if you don't know how to, be healthy, have like, basically, if you don't have any social skills, then your body's useless, right? Your body, like, you can only pull, like, you'll pull girls in, but then will they stay, right? Like, would you be even able to do anything? Like, what's the point of having a body if you're awkward ass nigga, and you can't talk to a girl? You're just scared to talk to a girl. Like, yeah, your confidence goes up, but what the hell is the point, right? Like, you're not. Are you gonna smash? What are you gonna do with the body? Like, yeah, you'll get a girlfriend, but then what? Are you gonna go back to being a fat person? Like unfit. So it's like getting the degree. Like, yeah, the degree is important, but what you do in the whole entire experience, because everyone's just so. I don't mean to make this video about talking about college, but it's just important because things grow. Yeah, actually that was important. So, the degree isn't the most important thing. Just like work, right? People go to work for money, but it's like me, I've never gotten a job just because the pay was good, right? Like, I've never given a fuck about the pay. I've always cared about the perks, right? I was like, what's the perk? Like, I used to work at the movies, and I used to love getting free movies, and I felt like that was more valuable than the money I was making, because I couldn't get a job and make money anywhere, but I can't get free movies anywhere. I can't let my friends go into the movie theaters whenever, I always cared about the perks. I always loved working places and getting free food. I felt like that was cool. Like, the money was always secondary for me. It's like, okay, what can I get, right? Because the thing is like, jobs, you need to take your job more, you need to take more advantage of your job, right? Like, everyone's like, oh, these minimum wage jobs, raise the minimum wage, man. Why'd you raise your minimum IQ, right? Or like, why do you raise your minimum FQ, your financial quotient, right? Like, leverage your job. Yeah, your job sucks. That's the whole point of it, right? Because when I used to wash dishes all day, and I used to, be so bored and shit, I'd be like, damn, you know what? There has to be something better than this. Like, the thing is, you need those stupid ass jobs, right? Like, my mom used to get mad at me for having jobs that were just bad, right? And I was just like, okay, I don't care. First of all, I needed the bread, and I need, like, the thing is, those jobs are good because they kick your butt, because you need that butt kicking in order to, because the thing is, if you're coasting on your job and you're comfortable, you won't want more. I've always been the type of nigga to want more, give me more, right? I'm an overindulging ass nigga. I want more in life, in everything, So I've always been that type. So I feel like I've always gravitated towards those dumb jobs, like just working in the kitchens, working in the warehouse, whatever. Because the thing is, like, it's like a fire in your belly, But basically, what I'm trying to get at is that you might see no results in what you're doing, but they're there, right? Like, the thing is, I be trying, because we all care about girls, right? Girls are very important. And I'd be like, my life, man, I'm just working all the time, just making money. I have too much money. I have a lot more money now than ever, but I'm still not happy. I have a car, but I'm still not happy. I have this. That's so, like, because I do fall into that, right? But I feel like that's so dumb, because the thing is like, the more unhappy you are, the more it's gonna get took from you, right? Because the thing is, like, yeah, I do only want one thing. You gotta be grateful for what you have, right? Because look, if you're working out and it's like 10 days have gone by and you don't see no results, then a month goes by and you don't see no results, and then a year goes by, that's when you see results, right? Or let's say 3 months and you don't see no results. Because the thing is, I've been watching Fit to Fat to Fit, right? And there was this one dude, and he lost like 44 pounds, and then he's like, oh, I don't know if I could do it, man. I don't see the weight leave. I'm like, my nigga, you lost 44 pounds, bro. Like, what? How are you gonna quit after you losing that much? Like, that should be motivation to go more. Because it's always funny, because like when you're running, right? Like when you're like, sometimes I run and then I make a goal, like, okay, I'm gonna run until this point right here, right? And I always want to quit. I always want to quit. But then I'm just like, damn, I'm not gonna do that. That's gonna suck, because if I just quit, then I'm gonna be like, you know, like, what's the point of quitting when I have this much left, you know? Your results are there. You just gotta keep doing it, right? Like, you always gotta see the end. It's always about the end, right? I know like, cause that's what we want. I feel like that's why we get the reward, right? I feel like that's the point of the reward. It's like the body that you want. It's at the end, right? I feel like it's the same thing when you take I forgot the word for it. It's like the medicine that kills bacteria, like anti whatever. It'll come to me. But like penicillin, right? It's like when you take penicillin. A lot of times people, like, cause you get prescribed the penicillin, people will take the penicillin for, like, you're supposed to take the penicillin for 7 days. People will take the penicillin for 5 days, and then their sickness is gone, right? So they're like, oh yeah, I'm chilling. I'm Gucci because it's been 5 days and it's penicillin and I'm good. I don't feel bad anymore. So then they stop taking the penicillin. And guess what happens when they stop taking the penicillin? The bacteria that they can't see starts growing. It's not dead yet, right? It takes 7 days for it to die. But you've only been taking it for 5 days. You don't see the sickness anymore. So then after 5 days you stop, and then there's still some bacteria left. So what happens is they start growing. They start growing and growing more, and then they get resistant to the penicillin because they're the ones that survive. So they're like, okay, we're better than those guys. And guess what? You take the penicillin again, and you can't. You got to take more, right? You got to take either more or you got to get a stronger one, because the same penicillin ain't gonna work. And then eventually your body, there's gonna be viruses that are penicillin proof, you know, and they're gonna be able to withstand any type of penicillin. And that's how you gotta see it. Like, even though, because I always heard this quote, right? This quote says, the only thing stopping somebody from making $1 million is $500,000, right? What does that mean? $500,000 is the easiest thing to stop someone from making $1 million. Because guess what? When you have 500K, you're chilling. Like, you don't need to make $1 million. I feel like that's why it's the hardest thing to do. Like, I feel like it's like making $1 million isn't hard. It's going past the 500K mark and being like, okay, this is enough, right? This is like, no, this is not enough. Like, imagine making billions of dollars. Like, billions of dollars. Like, because the thing is like, some people make like 50K and they're set for life, right? And they're just, because that you can live off of 50K, right? You're just like, okay, I got $50,000. Now I'm Gucci. Now I can live long, you know? So what is 50K to $1 million? Like, you're not gonna just, you know, like, you can like, you gotta break past that point where I have enough, right? Because the thing is, this happened to me today too. Like, I made, like, because the thing is, I have a daily goal for how much money I want to make every day, right? And today I made enough money for the week, right? Like, I literally today in this 1 week I made enough money to set me for the whole week. And I'm like, damn, so I don't really even need to go hard for the whole week because I made enough money for today. But guess what? I realized that's a trap. That's a trap that you fall into, because why stop at this goal when I can go past the goal, right? Like, yeah, I made enough money for the week, but why not make more? Like, what's wrong with making more? I'm gonna go make more, right? I'm gonna try my best and make enough for the next week, tomorrow, right? Like, tomorrow go and make enough for the whole next week, and then just keep doing that every day. Because the thing is, like, the more money, the better, basically. I'm gonna stop it there. Like the video. Just get this video 100K likes. Subscribe if you're new. And if you have any questions, comment them below or DM me at Torius at 6 Feet Interviews, and follow me on Instagram too. We're trying to get 100K followers, so follow me there. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.